Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
I mean, Loopy's going to have to get some uptime on that wall. That's what I'll say is a positive. I'm going to talk about. There was something we introed to as well as Isma heads towards top side. I might even hold on that thought as he's thinking about it. Yeah.
Rahel burnt the barrier to keep the trade at least somewhat even, but I don't think you can really go for the dive here, especially level 3 just hit by both. They're pretty healthy. Good ward from Paris to spot out this potential dive as well.
There is also a cleanse available in this lane. They look for the damage and the turn as 4 members are going to show up with the teleport. Rika at level 4, extra damage, healed, burned early. The crash down under turret, a little bit messy, but Loopy flashes out. It's a trade for now. Turret ramping up onto Rika, but he will not take the third shot, so it is a 2-for-1 in favor of SK.
So you end up getting the kill. The void groups as they spawn, like you see here.
That's what we missed.
Yeah, so Isma didn't walk out. Reset on a ward, so Nuke hits the accelerated shock blast here, but they don't realize they're on the ward, so Isma gets interrupted, and then I think they stop to try and save Isma, but then doesn't realize that 113's in the area, so Rika ends up dying then to the Nidalee, now you've also got Rahel who's been chased down, so Rahel has to flash on the play as well, so when you start to...
good. The thing we haven't talked about is how well Rumble does into the Cassante lane. Yeah. And why a lot of the time when you're first picking Cassante, you ban away this Rumble, as Nuke might be in a bit of trouble. Will Win become Lightning or just a bit of a farce here? He's tagged, he's hit on the back, but you can still get the Shock Blast to get the push in and eventually reset this wave. Because Dagda, irrelevant. I mean, he's
113 has just hit level 6 as well. And we just said, hang on, you can't really go for this, Isma. Like, I think, well, they've moved the Brahmin towards mid lane, so maybe just the fact that they have the map movement here. But if I was BDS, I would have 100% been contesting this. Yeah. I think you're in a good spot with the move you already had for Ice to set up on the mid lane and then rotate across. But instead now, it looks like they're just going to try and drift over the Dragon. But the fact that SK get this when they have I don't think you really need like consistent TPS when Rumble and Jace are already there.
I'm worried about Cassante at the very least. We can talk about that in a second. Isma's walking into a trap. He has audaciously charged this one, but even in a 1v1, how does it go? He's looking for the next knock-up. He flashes away, but to the other side of the map. Why flash is the big question. And now Rika's just once again tried to help his jungler. Second time around, Dagda, that Rika's walked into trouble because Isma's been hurt.
Though, I think it's just lacking a clear identity or clear way of how they want to try and play out the game. Because you can see, like, they go for the dive on top, but Isma going over aggressive then gets caught out. Isma trying to take the aggressive path in mid gets caught out as well. Yeah. And you've kind of got these... sure, they've played before, but they are still new-ish to the LEC, trying to cover for them, and they're getting caught out when a player with a bit more veterancy would just say, hey, look, you're dead, I'm going to leave you to it. True. So I think it's kind of like one thing goes wrong, and everyone jumps in to try to save the sinking ship instead of just going for the lifeboats. And I think that's kind of what the problem with SK is in a lot of situations. And the good news is, though, they're actually doing relatively well when it comes to objectives. They are. So, like, 3... Oh, hang on.
But where does it go from here? Chains of Corruption lands down, Ice gets in the circle, and you know what? That's going to be hard for Isma, because even though he gets the objective, he's giving more and more gold over, and Dagda, I'm seeing all red all the time here for BDS in the early game.
Yeah, it's looking pretty spot on for BDS in the early stages. The objective control is a little world where if they lose this game, BDS, there are outcomes that make them exist in playoffs. Yep. I just don't see those outcomes as very likely, especially when they have to try and beat Fnatic, and they haven't picked up a win against any other team in the league.
And in this best of one as well, we talk about gold. We also talk about the Grubs going over to BDS. So there's one objective for them in the game is SK's old top laner on a bit of an island here, so Paris needs to help out. He's level 6 now, though, as well, as the fight over the Grubs might go even further. Ice is coming in, and BDS are about to encapsulate this whole bottom side of the river with a TP as well. Chains of Corruption, the equalizer. SK are isolated and outnumbered, outmatched. Isma is doing a bit of work, but once again, he's going to be the first to drop. 4 deaths on the jungler, and BDS are taking him like a fly.
That's the flashes you like to see from Ice. Manages to just clip Isma. Now, Loopy stuck underneath tower. I don't think they can run out from this. Rahel has barrier, you have heal, but can you survive? I don't. It looks like BDS aren't going to try and fully commit to this, though.
Or they just keep throwing spears. You know what's even funnier, Dak?
Playing off of mid, into jungle vision, into that bottom side was excellent, and now Gen-X trying desperately to do something.
There's that equalizer under turret range. He's going to be alled out. Irrelevant's close to dying, but they've run out. That's the spell weaving that Rika's now gone through as Isma's coming up as well. Win becomes Lightning. Paris is here to defend. Good sidestep. You're not going to get the harpoon, but he's under turret again, so Isma's going to take damage. Magnetstorm draws him back in. He flashes the wind, does again, but with the ignite down, it's close to being a trade. Paris thinking about a remount. Gravity Field, Shattering Strike, and the support gets it done. SK are defending their lives in mid after a ultimate from Ice is sent out, but
Poke,
it won't.
you got the Nidalee poke. These are not your friends. So if you're in this position, it's great for BDS. So now you're probably going to have to look for it yet.
There's Arrow, Chain of Corruption. Okay, finally using their one tool. Ice almost trades it out. He flashes away onto Rahel. The auto forces a barrier. That's good. SK getting run into now as well, and there's an opportunity as Rika's now joined up. The poke landing though is 1-1-3, and Rika having it out in melee range. Paris is here. Shattering Strike forces a flash from Rika. SK in a 3 versus 3, but they need to get in. Poke lands, and oh no, what a surprise! Flash away as BDS's jungler. He's getting poked out too. He's burning down, but he's still not dead, and nukes another element from the skies. BDS, it looked like they lost that
Top
back.
gone. Tier 2 bot under a lot of pressure. And now you're about to lose your tier 1 mid.
That's an easy charge. Almost able to step up. Isma is the one who steps up for SK. Nuke is now joined in. Loopy's got the wall up. There's no turret to sit on now as well. That arrow being down. Shock Blast dodge, but Loopy is now front line. Magnet Storm easy as that, and SK are dropping like flies. Isma gets an ulti off, but now that Irrelevant's here against his old team, he's laughing at him as he goes golden as well. BDS, all they have to do is land the poke, but now Genax is here without the backline damage. Dagda, it just keeps hurting watching these fights play out as SK can't get a single recipient outside of Paris who ran to them.
Yeah, it's support for support, but it's BDS with the health bars at the end of it, which means more objectives for them. And again, they're winning out on map states. So it's just so difficult for SK. They really needed to have further engage coming from that support role if they were hoping to do anything.
Dragon down. 5k gold lead, by the way. Dagda by my... Yay, turret. Okay, now Atakan time. And at least they have on hit for BDS, so it's going to go a little faster. Isma's trying to poke his head up. But 1-1-3 and Nuke, they're not even there. They just keep fishing out. And SK, as they slowly group up, look at the vision control that they have to walk through as a deep TP goes through from SK.
Yeah, they're trying to see if they can set up, but I don't know if you can really catch this. Genax needs to get on towards a key carry here and shove them into SK, but
right.
Relevant's playing keep away.
And they're going to turn for the fight. They've got a GA now available as well for BDS. They're grouped as 5. Isma's going to go in, good Shattering Strike, and at least SK get to walk into the enemy this time, but a Magnet Storm from hell draws them all in, and at melee range, Genax now doesn't want to be there. Nuke goes over the wall and batters them down! Thor's hammer right in the face as Isma gets a little bit of taste of Valhalla as well. BDS is still the ones standing, and they're the ones who look like they entered it, Dagda. I cannot express this enough.
Some sort of miracles throughout.
Quick reminder for everyone at home. Inner turret went down mid, inner turret went down bot. It's not even a Baron, it's just a GA at the Khan. And now in mid, the minion wave's going to strike through. Rahel just got chunked by a Shock Blast. Chains of Corruption are down, but SK have 4 members at half HP. The arrow, that's their engage tool, and it's down. Shock Blast again. This time, Rika gets it to the face. And BDS just playing. I mean, it does really feel... I used to play this game called Ghost Online. It went in the bin, right? Went in the bin. But you'd sit there and you'd AFK, you'd just fish. Because it dial-up back then.
Yeah.
So I'd unplug the phone just to play RuneScape. Now, I don't know where this comes into the analogy of...
that people these days don't know what dial-up is.
It's crazy. Oh my god, that equalizer. Not too bad, but Rika is cooked. Yes, he is. Nuke, he did it again. Oh, that's a bit of dynamite. 5 members of BDS, very healthy. It's Baron time.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I think this is the... Oh, no, never mind. Paris healed it. It's the only bit of damage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Nuke's going to solo. Loopy's up next. Who doesn't know what dial-up is, Dagda is? Loopy is going to get a bit of help from the enchant across the arrow, but Nuke just sidesteps it, and away he goes. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think that... Maybe SK are still playing on dial-up because that arrow was a little late. Okay,
yep.
Save. Their hell flashes.
Good flash.
They're trying here.
Genax is here. Yay. Oh no, Irrelevant's damage also hurts. Good flip back. Okay, shut down. But it is 10.5k gold lead.
They won the 2v like Dragon WinCon.
Nah.
You just instead go for turrets and use the Baron before you can.
Irrelevant. Can he solo kill Genax? Well, it won't be a solo kill. There's an all-out, but resistance are now gone. He's overheating a bit. And Irrelevant versus Genax has some... nice story to it, but it won't really matter here as he tries to fry down Genax. He'll get flipped back, and there's another kill. Okay, SK fans, kind of be happy. I'm going to be honest, guys, you're going to need about 20 more of them.
Yeah, and a lot more, but again, I think for BDS, they still get
Out
the
of
dragon.
turret that's been sitting there for 28 minutes of the game. Arrow comes through onto ice, instant cleanse away again. Here's Nuke, by the way, one of the biggest devils on the team as Isma jumps into him, but how easy is that going to be as his ult comes off cooldown? Chains Corruption as well is spreading like the plague. Loopy, meanwhile, sets up the door, but now it's wide open. Oh no. I see a teleport Dagda. It's irrelevant. And he's got a bone to pick with his old roster.
Oh my God.
He lays down the carpet and it's brand new. Take your shoes off because BDS are coming in. And once that door's down yet again, all they need to do is stamp their way to the kitchen because they're eating dinner early tonight.
BDS just walk over them. They say, thank you very much. We'll take the base. We'll take the game. And we'll take your chances of playoffs out of your own hands.
It looks so rough. As Dagda said, only 2 wins accountable now. SK, it does feel, and it looks like this was their chance, but it has been beaten down every single portion of this game. Starting in the draft, BDS on 3 will knock down SK to open up their last week of regular season.
The two lads trying to figure out if they're going for the handshake or the hand five or if they're going for the fist bump, but